Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, April 18th on this wonderful, beautiful day. And we are here with launch number 2 in 2 weeks. I am really, really excited about this one, as you guys have seen in the group. Oh, you love my earrings. Thanks, Shari. Thank you. So we are going to begin right away. We're going to get right into it and spill the beans, and don't go anywhere, because even after Mike tells you what we have right now, there's more information to come. So it is my delight to introduce the CEO of Essanté Organics, Michael Winiger.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, you know what? This is really exciting for me because I got to tell you guys, it's kind of like, I think about 20 years ago when I started this company, I had this idea, right? And the idea was, hey, wow, people think that, well, if you eat a lot of candy, you could get heavy, you get fat, right? And I thought, wow, what if we could create a piece of candy that would do just the opposite, right? That could actually make you thin by using it and give you energy if you wanted to use it for that. So we went right to work and worked on it for an extremely, extremely long time. And once we got it all figured out, and I'm telling you, it took us a long time, years and years to get this thing right. Then we acquired the equipment and, and started working on the business. And what happened back then is like, I didn't know how to bring it to market, right? Because, first we had to run a lot of it, test market it, and it worked so well that we got 4 utility patents on the actual product itself. Now, something about patents. You usually never, ever, ever get a patent on a nutritional product. Well, we got 4 of them, right? And then after about a year and a half into the business, and we were just doing it like this, what happened is it went crazy. We got on extra TV. It actually, somebody talked about it on the Howard Stern show is what really happened. And then immediately after that, all the major media stations, extra TV, Good Morning America, the Today Show, Access Hollywood, go on and on and on. And all the magazines were contacting me like crazy. And we sold, we almost imploded, to be true, be honest with you. I had my parents packing the pops. It was crazy, so we had all these different stations, all these different places, and we made it, and we're getting 75,000 hits every two minutes on the website for like 10 months straight. We had 2 spikes like that. So it was unbelievable. We sold, to date, we've probably sold about 65 million Power Pops, right? And then we took all that money. When we made all that money, well, guess what? We're all in the networking industry, right? All the rumor bins started like, look out, he made his money. But you know what? There's a person on here tonight. There is a person on this call tonight. Man, you're right. You know what? I should have programmed this. I was unorganized. Hey, I'll admit that because I never thought of this. Steve is on the line, and I met Steve.
Can you get him to the face?
What's that? All right, we got to mute that one. So Steve is on. Whoo, that got a little. Steve is on the line, and what happened with Steve was that he was one of the first people in the world I met, and we didn't do like a hotel meeting. I was sitting in a hotel lobby, and Steve told me that he actually has the actual original, first off the runway, off the batch, off the machines, Power Pops in his hands. And you know what? And then it led into other people and so on and so forth. And I said, this is what we want to do long term. You got to have vision, right? And I wanted to create a legacy that people could leave for their kids, their grandchildren, and you just can't do that on one product in any company, right? So we were doing that. We brought out the kids pops with the vitamins in them, and then we had our B tabs that we have now, right? That was the only 3 things we had for about 3 years, maybe 4. And then what happened is, excuse me, is we went and bunch of and a big, huge group of alkalarians in the world came to us, and we brought out the alkalizing products. And then and that was around 2007, 2008. And then all of a sudden, if you're going to alkalize the body, let's not use, we turned into Essanté Organics around 2010. But we've been working on something all the way since then, because you have to get it right. It is so hard to get this right, what you're going to see tonight, right? And throughout the whole building process, we always had to say, you know what? We always had to say, I'm going to dig something out for you. That when we were, when they'd say, well, everything in your company is toxic free and certified organic. And, but what about those lollipops? And you know what? We actually had to, we told the truth. We were like, look, that's the first things we've ever made was the lollipops, right? And those are, we use plants and so on and so forth, but there's some things in there that, people might get a little, they should not get uneasy with, but they were like, what about this? What about that? And so we we had to explain ourselves. Let's put it that way, meaning that, because we're using a little bit of corn syrup and we had to explain how that all worked and so on and so forth. And, that was just the process. We had to explain about the Power Pops. Not that people didn't love them. We sell so many Power Pops. It's crazy. And the Kids Pops are even nuts, even crazier, right? But we've been working on something. And again, you have to go until it works. You're going to hear some testimonials tonight from some wonderful, wonderful people that have tried it. And we outdid ourselves. Okay. We outdid ourselves. And what we did is we acquired what we needed as far as the manpower and equipment to the point that now we are going to launch what is called Power Pops 2.0. What does that mean, right? Well, it's the second generation of these pops. But look at these, how beautiful they are. They're all uniformed. These are all, you're going to get them like this. And you know what? The last ones were 10 ounces, were 14 ounces. These are 10. So we were able to make these things even more potent. And I'm going to tell you what, here comes the best part. You ready? It's just not about Power Pops 2.0 because we changed the size. Let me tell you something about these. 0 corn syrup, sugar-free, all plant-based, right? Did I miss anything? Help me out, JJ.
Nothing artificial, okay, and it's all the zeros: zero sugar, zero fat, zero saturated fat, zero cholesterol. Only 4 carbs in this bad boy, and only 16 calories. So now, if you're a diabetic, absolutely zero worries. And there's more I can discuss, but I'm going to let you
Right.
go on.
All right. So because we had all this great stuff, we thought, whew, what if we could do some more things? So we started doing some more things. And guess what? I'm going to show you some of the things we have done. Doesn't mean that they're here, yet, not whatever, or what it's going to be. I'm just going to show you some things that we are able to do now with this wonderful crew that we're working with and our equipment. Well, guess what? We can now make functional, plant-based, zero gummies. I love gummies. They're unbelievable. So we got that capability, right? Well, not only that, we don't have to make gummies look like gummies. We can actually make gummies like this. We can make them in a square. Oh, wow. Don't stop there. Here's this. Remember when you guys were a kid and you had those little fruit chews that were called Starburst? Well, there you have it. We can make, and I mean, hundreds of flavors. okay? We could make, with this equipment, watch what I'm going to tell you, chocolate covered caramels that are sugar-free, plant-based, and same thing, you know, when it's all going to be all plants, that's what we're doing, right? But you know what, before we talk to you a little bit more about what we can do and what we're going to be working on, not to give away anything, but what we can do with this and what we plan on when we talk about a new category that JJ will talk about, because you know what, I'm just too darn excited when I got a gummy caught in my throat. So I'm going to turn this back over to Segal. And Segal, you've tried them, right? I even let you try the gummies. We ain't going to say what they were, but did you try the gummies? Did you try these? Did you? And tell the people here what you thought about the flavors.
Okay, so first of all, the flavors are amazing. And you guys just, when Mike first told me this, like my jaw was on the floor. Literally, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, because how many of you have said, hey, I have this great weight loss pop, right? And then somebody gets the bag and they're like, but there's corn syrup in it, or there's maltodextrin, and then you've got to explain it. And you guys, that was never meant to be, all plant-based. That was 20 years ago. And when he told me we were getting these, it was like, give me, like, give me right now. And if you guys haven't seen my earrings, my lollipop earrings, I love these things. And right now I have an elderberry one. Elderberry, you guys. But yes, I have tried other stuff, gummies. I'm not going to say what it's for because that's for down the line, but I am brimming over with excitement. I mean, if anybody has spoken to me about like what's coming, I'm like, just wait, you'll see. Just hold on, just wait, because it is the most exciting thing, because we will be the only people, the only company in this sphere that has got what we've got. So
And
I'm
we'll
not
talk
gonna-
more.
what?
Awesome. No, I
Yeah,
said,
I don't want to say too much.
all right, we'll bring somebody else on, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something. You ever had a power pop? And I know Steve's here. He's had them for 20 years. I'll tell you what, imagine those flavors times 10. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Let me tell you the flavors we're coming out with. We got 5 flavors right now that we're coming out with. One is naturally, and we're going to have you guys need to stick around because we're going to have a little contest after this. I'm going to tell you what that's all about too. One, wait, what is that one you got?
Pineapple.
Oh, you didn't eat that one.
I didn't finish it. I didn't finish this one. You guys, you sent me one of these. The pineapple is like so freaking good. It's like it bursts in your mouth. So good.
Right. So now I gave away one.
Snozberries taste like snozberries.
Right. So we got, oh boy, we got pink lemonade because we got such a high demand for that. We had to do that one. But I'll tell you what, taste this pink lemonade against everything else. You know what? You know what? Betty has been working with us for 20 years now, ever since we started. And she's a no BS girl. She'll tell you the way it is, no matter you want to hear it or not. And I asked her, I said, taste these, because I know I'll get a really good review from Betty, right? And she was freaking out. She was like, oh my gosh, they taste like Jolly Ranchers. They're like strong Jolly. I'm like, yeah. So let me go over the flavors that we do have. We have pink lemonade, like we need. We have green apple, all right, which we had, but like a Jolly Rancher now, right? And now we got 3 new flavors. One, right now, and we'll talk about this later, we call it guanana because it's banana and guava, right? And it is whoa. And then we have I should have held them up. Okay. So here's the green apples, right? They're green. And then we got, these are the guananas, and we got the pink lemonades, right? We have elderberry. I mean, this one is off the hook. Now, let's see. Pink lemonade, green apple, banana, elderberry. I'm missing one.
Pineapple.
Perfect. Pineapple. Thank you,
Good, it's in
Dave.
my hand.
Right. But that, I'll tell you what, I believe pineapple will be our number one seller. Hey, Tanya, Wonder Woman, I should say, you're on here, right?
I am here.
Talk to me. Oh, look at you with that stick.
I know it's gone. It actually broke in my purse. So Tuesday, I went over to the brand new chocolate factory, the organic chocolate factory, candy factory, to visit Mr. Willy Wonka. This is like one of the most exciting things for me, and it might show kind of my sickness at the same time because candy and losing weight and having energy and all those things mixed into candy is just so wild to me and so much fun. So I got to sit down there with my good friend Kim, and she's on here too. But we had a little party in Mike's office, and he just kept throwing us one after the other of the different flavors, the gummies. The chewy ones are like an airhead, that type of consistency, and we just got so filled up on all these amazing flavors. We couldn't eat them fast enough. Mike was throwing them at us so quick, and we're all trying to suck on them, chew on them as fast as we can. I'm pretty sure that we both rolled out of there. We turned into big blueberries, and they had to roll us out of the front door, and we were singing all the way. But no, I think probably one of the greatest things about this product, I love the other ones, all the incredible flavors. But for me, I personally have also even thought twice every time I eat one, over the last several months about my sugars. And because I'm someone who've struggled with my sugars for many years and now finally have them under control with all of these incredible organic products, knowing that, that there is the corn syrup or whatever, that was always just that little, like, even though it's organic corn syrup, even though it's and very little and not a big deal, like we do worse with eating a, roll. But still, to be able to have this product and taste so ridiculously good and be able to expand on it, we literally are going to explode with excitement to the general public. I mean, tell me, out of you guys, are you on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 crazy excited about having other candy options available for people that are healthy, that are, good for us, that are all organic plants? Like, come on, that is a pretty cool thing. So I don't know where Mike's hat is and his cane. I'm really annoyed that he's not wearing it tonight, but we got something pretty exciting in our hands, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it and thankful that I was able to be a little taste tester.
Yeah, you're awesome. You inspired me to make another new flavor. So when I said I only had one, and because it was her and Kim, she smashed it on the desk so she could break it up. And I said, "What do you think of this?" And she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "All right, that was it." I made that phone call right when you weren't even out of the building.
I know you texted. I remember you doing a voice text and saying, order something cases of this one. That one is good. I'm not going to say what it is, so you can use that later or whatever. But no, that one is probably my favorite.
Exactly. So thank you so much. And guys, yeah, I was shoving everything at Tanya and Kim. I was saying, chew this, eat that, this, that, spit that out, try that, because we're excited and where this can take us. And we'll hear from, I don't know, is Kim even on, or is
There we go.
You can hear me? Okay.
there she is. Well, first off, I want to
I
say
don't
thank
speak
you.
very often on here.
I want to say thank you because I know you forwarded an appointment so you could be on here and
Oh, yeah. I was thinking this was at 6 for some reason. I don't know why. And I made an appointment at 5, but I was able to move that to 6. And I'm so glad because I've been looking forward to this. I'm so excited. All the flavors I tried are just amazing. You're a genius. This is going to be so good. This is hot. I love the flavors, and it's like those times where you have these cravings and you want to eat like a candy bar or something, you can just like have one of these candies and feel good about it. It's healthy, it's good and it'll satisfy your cravings and I just love all these products. So
Thank
thank you for letting me test those. They were all delicious. These flavors are amazing.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, I impressed myself with these flavors. It's unbelievable compared to what we used to have. And when Kat, I'm watching some of the comments, and when you're saying like root beer, here's something that we can do. We can make gourmet flavors. So I can make like a root beer cream, and then it kind of tastes like an actual root beer float, like a sundae, not just regular.
Oh yeah.
When I have
Yum.
cream in there, this is going to be unbelievable stuff. So you're going to see a lot of new flavors coming out, a lot of new things. Is Sheila on? Sheila, unmute yourself. I think you had some.
Yes, I was in the office last week picking up my order and I said to him, okay, when am I gonna try them? So he dragged me into his office and I tasted every flavor of the gummies. I don't know what they're for yet, but they were wonderful because they were chewy. And of course, I think it was a pineapple lollipop you gave me. And I still have another one in my purse that I have not eaten yet because I'm going through my old ones, but I can't wait for the new ones. Anybody that lives in Phoenix area, you've got to go down there. You must. Right, Wonder Woman?
Right.
Thanks,
All right.
Mike.
Thank you. And you know what? To more explain about what we can do with this, and then I'll end her up. Gonna hand it over to Dr. JJ, and because he's been a part of the working with our team and things like that. So Dr. JJ, why don't you broaden their horizons with what we have and what we can do?
Thank you, Michael. What we have here, guys and gals, is super, super sexy. I mean, think about it. We talk about you don't have to convince people to brush their teeth and wash their body. Totally true. But you don't have to convince people to eat candy. Let's just be honest here. And like Seagal said, though we've never had maltodextrin in the pop, so let me just put that correction out there. The whole non-GMO corn syrup, we couldn't make a hard candy before, and we've got that now. We've got that nailed. The flavors are off the hook. And as I said before, this is really, really sexy, and it's going to be so easy. What this all comes down to is Michael's first product were the Power Pops and the Kids Pops. Both of those products did something or did some things. So what we call those are functional green candy. Think about that, functional green candy, where you're having candy and it's helping you with some type of physiological effect. So here's the situation that I want to talk about. Use your imagination. We don't want to give too much away here, but use your imagination. Power Pops are going to give you energy. They're going to help you lose weight. They're going to help take fat off your body. And there's more benefits now to the new Power Pops that we haven't even talked about. Michael shared the flavors brilliantly, but now we're using ingredients, and Michael and I were talking about this about 6, 7, 8 months ago, Daniel too. We've got an organic ingredient in here that helps with circulation, cardiovascular health, nerve health, immunity. It's organic beet powder, guys and gals. This is really big. Of course, we've got our Garcinia cambogia in there. We've got our guarana, which is going to help with your energy, your metabolism, your weight loss. And then with the Kids Pops, the kids are getting all their recommended daily allowance of vitamins and nutrients in a lollipop. So this is our functional green candy, but now I just want you to stretch your imagination. We've got an aging population now. There's somebody becoming a baby boomer every minute of the day. Imagine if we're using functional green candy made from plants, 0 sugar, 0 corn syrup, tastes amazing. You don't have to convince anybody to take it. And it's helping them physiologically. Holy mackerel. Is that huge or huge, right? So that's what we have at our fingertips. We're so excited. Don't think about this. Oh, they've had Power Pops. This is a whole new thing. We've listened to you. Remember how the wrappers would come off on some of the old Power Pops? You're not going to have that problem anymore. These are vacuum sealed. And as Michael said, we've got a contest coming up that we want you to participate in. We're launching this, as he said, with 5 flavors that taste amazing. I tasted them again today, all of them. Incredible. You can't believe that there's not sugar in it. And at the end of the day, we're going to be coming out with some gourmet flavors that are just going to be knocking your socks off. And this is just the beginning. And when Michael says this is kind of like a launch of a whole new division, functional green candy made from plants that's going to help your body. We've already had 2. We've improved upon them now, and there's so much more yet to come. And this is as far, I mean, think about what you can imagine. It's really incredible. I'm super excited. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Michael.
So here's the thing, guys. Look, we now have the mechanisms that we can create a division that has never been in the history of actual business. Certified organic, wild-crafted, plant-based confectionery division inside of Essanté Organics. Well, what does that mean? That means we can make anything. We could take any formula and turn it into something that has to do with any type of candy that we've seen in the marketplace. But that's candy. This is candy too, but it's sugar-free, no corn syrups, 4 carbohydrates, right? And plants. That's it. So the sky is the limit. We can have chocolate covered caramel this, and it's going to do that. We could have the Starburst chews, and it's going to do that. We could have the gummy squares that do that, the little gummies that do that. We can do that. And think about it. Isn't it better to be able to suck on a piece of candy or eat a piece of candy than to sit there and keep swallowing pills? And, we're running into a situation now with people where, it's pills, 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 right? Well, guess what? We can change that. And we can change it like immensely. If you knew, there's a place for everything inside this company, but we could do every formula in candy form if we wanted to, but we're not there. I mean, that's not going to happen because certain things need to be done for alkalizing and this and that, but we're looking at other things. You're going to see some more launches that are going to blow your mind. I'm telling you right now, that's going to happen, that we're going to be now expanding into being the only company in the home-based business space, let alone pretty much on the marketplace, that you will have a plant-based functional, meaning that you're taking it for a reason because it's going to help you, right? Confectionery company, division of Essanté Organics. So I think it's huge because, again, we just buried that needle because there is no company doing what we're doing in the first place, which is all certified organic and wild-crafted plants, everything laser focused on plants. Now we can put it into this form, anything we want. And I'm telling you what, the sky's the limit on this stuff. And if I told you what some of the things that were coming out, you'd fall over. So with that being said, let me take that out of my mouth. With that being said, let's talk about this. I want to have some fun. And we're going to do some things here where we want to come up with new names, right? And we'll give out some prizes to the people that come up with new names for these pops, meaning the flavors, right? So we have one that is banana and guarana together. And I'll give you an example of a name, right? Let's say the elderberry, and I'm just using this as an example. We may not use this, it doesn't matter. We can, we can't. I want to see what you guys come up with as far as what would you like to call. Let's make these things like super, super sexy to the general public. Let's come up with some edgy, awesome names, right? You make those names as good as I dress. No, it's crazy, right? Because let's have some fun with this thing, go out there and we're going to start. I'll put up a flyer tomorrow and we start with that one for a week. And then we'll look at all these names and I'll put some people on a committee that we can have here. And we're gonna vote on these names. We're gonna narrow it down. What do you think is good? Now, I'll give you an example of one. Because it's guarana and banana, and so I'm just gonna use this as the example, right? If I came up with a name, I'd say like Bananalicious or something like that, right? But hey, we want to make you a part of this because it's exciting and it's crazy good. And when you see the next launch that's coming up, short enough, I can say shortly, because I never seen companies do what we're doing. That's gonna knock you for a loop. I'll tell you what, after that, you'll sleep for days because you'll be so exhausted of how excited you were. So here's the thing. All right. So maybe the name's going to stay exactly the same. We don't know, but I'll put that flyer up, and whoever name we pick, we'll give out something. I'm not going to put any parameters around the prizes right now because I'll come up with something really, really good, really awesome, really, really awesome. We'll have some awesome contests, and we'll just keep renaming them. We'll do that one for about a week or until Tuesday, and then we'll do another one, for the next week, and we'll just keep putting the names, what they are. Like what would we want to call elderberry? Maybe something else, it's something else, right? Come up with something slick. So that's it. Back to you, Segal.
Right. You guys, when Mike first told us, um, Tanya and I were on the phone with him, and at first she said, she said, Mike, you're gonna be the Candyman. And so I began to sing that in my head, right? Because I'm like, oh, the Candyman can. And for days I'm singing that Candyman in my head. And then I don't know, we got on again, and somehow she said something about Wonka. And I said, well, I guess that makes us the Oompa Loompas. So, with that said, that is just so fun and so exciting. And I have got to say, not many things blow me away at this point because, when you're in this industry, you've been in a while, and it's like, all the same stuff kind of. And Mike told me, and I literally was like, when, like, we got to have it right now. Come on, let's do it like right now. So we are in such an exciting time. And I, for one, I don't say this a lot, you guys, but Mike, you are just brilliant for this. And I am just incredibly excited, as we all should be. And that's it. I can't wait for you guys to get this.
All right, let me jump in for 1 second. Guys, here's the deal. We're working on our wrappers. So, right now, when you order them, they're going to come like this. Okay. And then what's going to happen is we're working on this right now because we're calling it Power Pops 2.0, right? Because this is second generation stuff now. So, so nothing will be on the stick anymore as far as the flavor, the company, everything's going to be stuck on this wrapper. So right now you just got to play a guessing game and just enjoy the ones you want, or buy individual bags. That's always an option too. Then you get 30 of each, right? Bags will be changing a little while too, because we got to work this all out. But in the meantime, they're here, you know what they are. And so again, the labeling will be on the actual, on the wrapper itself. So we got to get that all done. And we're working on that, but why not launch them as long as we got them? And we got them, trust me, they're all there. And the flavors, I'm telling you what, they're endless. I'm telling you, hundreds if we wanted, so, and good. I mean, it's amazing when I try all the different flavors. I was just trying apricot here for a second, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was really good, So, but we can do a lot of things, and being a functional, a plant-based functional confectionery company inside of this, what we have, that's a huge division, and nobody in the world's doing it. Oh my gosh. And I can tell you that you want to see media attention, wait till the word gets out that there's a company doing this. You'll see it all over the place. So guess what that means? You're at the top again, right? Now you guys go out there and we got to make it happen. Take it away, Segal.
And you guys just so that you know, I mean, this is, it's all out here, but there's more coming. This isn't even like the end of the line, which is just bonkers if you ask me. There's more coming. Wait until you guys see what is coming down the line. And it's not going to be that far off. It's wild. You want to hear game changer, wild, freaking out of this world, just unbelievable. So I now dub you all an Oompa Loompa. And Dr. JJ, I know you want to say something, so I'm going to give it to you.
So, yo, I sound like a broken record. I always want everybody to visit their deep dive section for every product because you're going to find all the research and information, stuff that you can share. However, for this product, we have something extra special in the deep dive section. And for those of you who've never heard deep dive, when you're on your wholesale cart or the retail cart of the product, if you click on the picture of whatever product you have, it takes you to the deep dive section, more information. But Angie has something very important to share regarding the contest and the deep dive section. So here she is.
Hi, gang. So excited for this launch. Congratulations to everybody. You were going to flip out over these very tasty, very amazing, metabolism boosting, appetite suppressing, easy to share products. Oh my gosh. So the best way to share it is definitely go to your website. Definitely tap on the Power Pops. And when you tap on that image, everything is in there, including the contest. That's where you're going to just tap and submit the product names that you think are best. And at that lower level on the left, you're also going to see the share buttons. You can just tap one of those share buttons from your retail shop and share it to the people that you know and love, and who will be absolutely thrilled to have this product. Thanks, JJ. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Segal.
Angie, do you have that live now?
It's live now, right, Angie?
Yeah.
It is live now.
All right.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I don't think we should take a vote on this one. I just think I should win. Cubby Blueberry. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Cubby Blueberry.
All right.
World War III has just begun.
How do we kick them out of the room? You know what? I'll tell you guys a story. When I made the Power Pops, the Chicago Cubs, the team was using the product. We didn't know it. And they called me out of the blue, along with my brother. He's right here. He went with me and asked if I'd like to throw out the first pitch for opening day. So I said, sure. And we got there and they handed me the ball. They gave me about 30 minutes. And they're like, well, so you guys are in that band, huh? You played in front of a lot of people, did you? Probably heard a lot of people screaming and going crazy. Yep. He said, don't throw a strike. Watch, you'll hear so many boos. They'll be louder than you'd ever heard in your entire life of playing in a band. Take that times 10. So I was like, Danny, let's get out to the parking lot. He goes, well, for what? Throwing that ball, trying to loosen up my arm, and thank goodness I didn't just like do one of those, or an underarm thing. I stood there and whipped it in there and got it over the plate, and it was awesome. So there's your plug for the Cubs on Cat there, and that's about it. But other than that, you know what? All the things we saw with Power Pops, and now we got something even more special because it's an entire division of plant-based functional confectionery items. So when we go and we go to, design anything from this point on as a company, we got options, and we got to think, which way, maybe it'd be good in that, or maybe that, or maybe what we already have, it's just, it all depends. But I can tell you what, you got to understand too, when you're using these types of products, you're putting those in your mouth. That's instant absorption, instant assimilation right there. So the delivery system is so much more than just anything else. So we take all that into into consideration when we're doing everything. So you guys are sitting on something really, really, really special. I can tell you that. And when the world sees what we're going to do with that space, I can tell you what, HO double T. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be
Hey,
hotter
you
than
guys,
it is tonight.
I want to add, because I was just thinking about this, when I was at Corp last couple of months ago, um, I said something like we all sat there, right? It was me, Mike, Danny, JJ, and I said something like, these days, like so many things have been done, right? I mean, come on, let's all with everything, as far as everything, and look at what Stanley just did. Stanley took an old man's cup and made it into this sexy, amazing, beautiful thing with the red and the pinks and the blacks and all this nice stuff. And I remember sitting there and I'm like, guys, that's what we have to do. And not even a month after that is when Mike called me and told me what he has going on, what he did. And like somebody just said in the chat, you know what, we're so blessed. And yes, we are, because it's not just that we go out there and we literally change lives. We can tell you stories and stories and stories how lives have been changed. And, we also have Corp that listens. And no matter how this came about, I think I'm talking for all of us. Thank you for giving us yet something else to take out there, and not just to change lives, but to work with. Because you guys, let's get real, it's 2024 and we need this. That's it. And boom, here it is. So
Yeah, for us, I gotta tell you, we're a company that's focused on changing a person's life that needs help with something. Okay. Look at Joe. Let's use Joe for example, right? Joelle. She's lost what? 80.
she's up to, is Joe on here? I don't even know. I think when I last asked her,
Joe, if you're here, put it in there or say it.
it was like 75 pounds. She just wrote.
Right. See, you know what? You don't think that's life changing? Now take 70, every 10 pounds, you lose 40 pounds of pressure on your knees. Take that times 40. Every time you lose 10 pounds, you lose 60 pressures on your hips. Take that times 70. Okay. You know what? Or take that times 60, right? Bottom line is, we're a result orientated company. We sit down. I talked to somebody right before this Zoom, not even about this. It was about what we can put this person on to help them, because nobody should have to deal with pain and these issues and those issues. You know what? The human body is designed so spectacularly that, if it's able to get out of alignment or, get an issue, it's able to fix itself too. And we know that. And that's, I think that's where we lead this entire networking industry. Because while everybody's out there talking about crazy, cars and vacations and this and that and everything else. Hey, Joe, you want to lose 75 pounds, or you want me to ship you off to, to the Key West for 2 days? That's ridiculous. You know what? Where are you gonna, we'll do all that, anyway. But the thing is, I got a few places I want to ship some people at them, I'm just giving Seagal a little rubbing, but but the thing is that, we're really focused on results, right? We're so laser focused on plant therapy, and we understand the body in a simple way. And you can see it just based on that. And now being able to bring out this division that nobody's ever done, it's really huge. I mean, I'm so stoked, it's crazy. And I can keep talking, so I'm going to stop. JJ, you got any last words?
Just that, I think, guys, this is going to be super easy. I mean, Brittany got on TV. The paparazzi saw her having a pop. She throws the pop in the trash. it said powerpops.com back in those days, and the world went wild. Vinny from The Sopranos got on the Howard Stern show. He had lost like 100 pounds using these Power Pops. It went crazy. So this is a proven concept. All we've done is improved on the formula. Now, the 2 or 3 things that people semi-complained about, it wasn't even complaining, are gone. So there's 0 excuses. And this is something that Danny, Angie, Michael, and I toiled over, because it's like, here we've got this organic, toxic-free catalog. And the only thing that people would complain about is the corn syrup. And even though we'd explained it was non-GMO corn syrup and we needed a little bit to get that hard candy shell, we've knocked it out of the park again, guys and gals, and the sky's the limit. So what I would only add is, it's an exciting time to be part of Essanté, even more than ever. I'm extraordinarily bullish, more so than ever. Build your team, because every time we have one of these launches, it's your ability to grow that much farther, even exponentially. So build your team between now and the next launch. And as Michael said, it's not going to be that far away from now.
God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your businesses. We're going to sign off now so you guys can get on your websites and go look at that exciting, awesome work that Angie did. Oh, thank you so much, Angie. It's unbelievable. So she pounded it out. Really, really awesome, awesome stuff. So God bless you guys. And we will see you again on another broadcast on Facebook, on all social media, everywhere. Can't get rid of us. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed.